I'm Ted Raddick with the Findlay Courier Sports Department. I'm joined by Dave Hahneman and Andy Wolf, and welcome to week 6 of the football season. Welcome to Chalk Talk, presented to you, as always, by our sponsor, Road State College. Please be sure to visit their website at roadstate.edu. Well, guys, we're halfway through. Boy, it seems like the season's flown by, but... let's take an early look at, probably a way too early look. Let's take an early look and see how the playoff races are shaping up. And Dave, in Division I, I've always said the best way to make the playoffs is to go out and win your games and get those level 1 Harbin points. Right. Don't tell that to Perrysburg. No. Perrysburg beat Findlay High and are sitting behind them now.
Trailing them in, yep.
And look who's in the number 8 spot in Region 2. And
if the playoffs started tomorrow, Findlay would be in the playoffs.
Wow.
I know. It's kind of hard to believe. Beating Marysville was the big key for Findlay because Marysville keeps winning. Mm-hmm. So Findlay's going to get those second and third level points.
Right.
And they are just, from Findlay's standpoint, I think Perrysburg is 3-2, Findlay's 2-3, but Findlay's ahead of them in the playoff race.
Right.
Got to be liking it.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to hold up. Do you?
I don't think it'll hold up either. I mean, they there's only 5 Division I's in Northwest Ohio. Findlay has played 3 of them and lost all 3. So the rest of their schedule is Division IIs. I think there may be a Division III in there. They're not going to get the Division I level points even if they win these games out. The other thing about Division I is what's different in Division I than all the other divisions is that since they take the 72 biggest schools in the state, that's your Division I. So when you divide it up among 4 regions, you've got 18 schools per region. And all the other regions that the schools are in have 26, 27, 28 schools in them. There's fewer schools you have to go against. And in Region 2, which Findlay's in, there are a number of schools that are so far down the list that,
right,
boom, Findlay finds themselves in that 8th spot. Now, if they keep winning, they're in the playoffs.
All bets are off, right?
All bets are off.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. We have several teams in Division 4, Region 14, and Ottawa Glandorf, 4-1, is currently sitting 5th. And, again, they keep winning. Things look good. They got that game late in the year against Wapakoneta. OG's got a good shot to go 8-2, 9-1.
They might be fine at 8-2 too.
Yeah.
I think, but
they're 4-1. I actually thought they would be higher because they play basically all bigger schools.
Right.
I thought they would have been higher than 5th, but they're going to be in the mix. But they got to win some big games later on. They got to beat Kent. They got to beat Wapak.
Mm-hmm. Right.
To get in.
Fostoria is 3-2. They're sitting 18th, and Upper Sandusky is not in the mix. So
yeah, Fostoria is going to need a big win. You'd think they have to beat like Genoa or somebody like that, or Otsego, or both, even to stand a chance.
Okay. Division 5, Region 18, Andy.
Yeah, Liberty Benton is sitting 8th. They've got about a 1.3 comfortable lead on 9th place Otsego. What might work against Liberty Benton is their final 5 games are against Division 7 schools, while maybe, if not to compare them back to Otsego again, but Otsego is facing Division 5 and Division 6 schools. There aren't as many extra kind of points to gain just by who they beat. Now, I do believe they probably play Lipstick Lake and some of the top BBC schools.
Yep, Lipstick and Macomb are still coming up on the schedule, and Pandora this Friday.
Yeah, beat them, big points. Riverdale, even as for a Division 6 school, Riverdale can end up with 6 or 7 wins just by the schedule that they play. Maybe not as many second-level points there, but it's a 7-win win over a program like that just for Division 6, yeah.
Okay, Dave, Division 6, Region 22. We have a few schools that are still left in that region. Cary, Hopewell Loudon. I don't see them in the mix, to be honest.
No. Well, the surprising thing about this is we had a number of Division 6 schools. Last year they were in Region 22, and if you remember that for some reason the OHSA teams dropped down, teams bumped up, teams switched around. Basically, everything that was in Region 22 is now Region 23. And we had a couple teams, Columbus Grove, Courier made the playoffs there. None of our Division 6 schools are really in the playoff mix this year, and that surprises me. Right. I thought Grove was going to be in the mix. I thought Courier might be in the mix. But they're all so far down the list.
Right. You look at Region 23, and who's our I would guess Grove's probably our.
I thought Bluffton was a little bit higher than Grove.
Riverdale's 14th is our highest area school in Region 23. And when they revamp this is just a brutal division. I mean, the team that comes out of this, I'd almost give them a very good odds-on chance to win state. You got Coldwater, you got Liberty Center, you got Archbold, you got Minster's in there.
Kind of helps that Kirtland's a 5 this year.
Yes, it does. But I mean, it is just a brutally loaded Region 23 is, and even our area schools that are in that region, man, they're going to have to go like 8-2 or maybe 9-1 to get in there, and they're not playing to that level right now.
Okay. Most of our area Division 7 schools are in Region 26 and are looking pretty good, Andy.
Right now, we would have three of the top 4 seeds, actually 4 of the top 5 seeds. St. Paul is tied for second. They're our only non-area team. And a ton of teams kind of in the fringe there, too. Last year, it came down to Week 10, and that 8th and final spot was pretty much decided by Lipsick and Arlington. That could almost kind of happen this year. I think Lipsick will be more firmly in, of course, but Pandora tied for 9th. Arcadia, look at Arcadia tied for 11th. North Baltimore tied for 11th. Hard to see them maybe getting up in the upper echelon of things, just kind of the schedule that they play compared to Arlington and Pandora, of course. But Arlington's got some of the more brutal games left. They've already lost to Macomb and Liberty Benton, but games against Lipsick and Pandora Gilboa will easily strengthen their case, and you have to feel like in years past, 5-5, 6-4 might have been good, but now it may not be good because Crestview and Cardinal Stritch, Edgerton are all looking pretty strong with 2 losses in the bottom half of the would-be ins right now.
Okay. Region 28 in Division 7, and our lone school in there is Hardin Northern, and they are 9th with a 3-2 record, and I still think they've got
a very good
decent chance of getting in.
Mm-hmm. They've got their next 4 games, I think, are winnable. I mean, Ridgemont is winless as well. Sidney Lehman's probably a little bit down. Riverside's a little bit down. And they've got a huge contest against, right now, 5-0 Waynesfield Goshen in Week 10 that will probably maybe decide their fate, unless they have good fortune leading up to then, whether they don't need it or not. But could be a difference of a home game.
Okay. Let's quickly talk about this week. Dave, you will not be covering Findlay High School this week.
Sorry, taking a week off.
I want to congratulate the Hahnemann family. Dave's son, Cody, is getting married on Saturday. I'd like to give a shout out to Cody and Samantha and wish them luck.
I figured I better be there.
Right. That's
I think you would be disappointed if I didn't.
Right. You know, you could still, the wedding's not till Saturday.
Yeah,
you could still cover the game Friday night. St. Francis, right?
St. Francis this week, the Knights. Dan Chipka, their coach, took over. This is his 3rd year. So his first year was 2-8. Last year was 4-6. They already got 4 wins this year. He's doing a great job building that program up. He's built it around defense. They have one of the best defenses in the league, and I mean, it shows. They, if you want a common opponent, Findlay and St. Francis both played Anthony Wayne. Findlay lost 14-7. And St. Francis lost 22-14. So very similar games there.
Gotcha.
One of the up-and-coming teams, they most of their experience returns on defense. They had 8 defensive starters coming back this year. Findlay's coming off an outstanding game against Fremont Ross. Findlay also built around defense. The question for me is how healthy is Findlay going to be? Max Roth, their sophomore quarterback, went out with an ankle injury at halftime, right before halftime last week, did not return. Garrett Krupp, a junior, took over at quarterback, and he has a rocket for an arm. This kid can launch it. But he hasn't played enough varsity snaps, I think, to be really sharp. His accuracy was there. He completed his first pass, missed like 5 or 6 in a row, then completed a few more. So I think that's going to be the big key Friday night is Finley's health situation. I know the Ben Ireland, one of their top receivers, was shaken up on one play, but then he came back. So I think Finley's health is going to be. Finley's got him at home, and their defense plays very well at home. But I think their offensive health is going to be a big concern.
Okay. I get the Wyandotte County battle this week as Carey visits Upper Sandusky, and neither team's having the kind of season that I think they wanted to have.
Especially after week 1, what Carey played very well with 5-0 Lipstick. Then.
Right. Yeah. And losing to Bucyrus, that's
tough.
That is rough. Yep. But, these are rival schools and they like to hit each other, so I'm looking forward to a good hard-hitting game.
You like a good hard-hitting game,
I
too,
love a good hard-hitting game, Dave.
Carey ran it up last year at Carey, and maybe if Upper, little chip there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that'll wrap it up for us this week. Be sure and check the Courier on Saturday morning, thecourier.com on Friday night, and please be sure to visit our sponsor, Rhodes State College, at rhodesstate.edu.